Everybody, it's Dr. Hua Fu Chen again. In this video, I'm trying to explain AlphaGo Zero opening. First, let's review milestones in AlphaGo's Go Revolutions. In March 2016, AlphaGo-Lee beat Korea's Sedol 9-dem professional by 4-1. And that AlphaGo-Lee is come from an article in Nature. The title is Mastering the Game of Go with Deep Neural Networks and Tree Search. The second significant event is from December 2016 to January 2017. AlphaGo Master beat top human players by 60-0. AlphaGo Master is a kind of a version 2 AlphaGo-Lee. The third event is in October 2017, the birth of the AlphaGo Zero, abbreviated as AGZ. That is come from the second article in Nature by DeepMind Company, Mastering the Game of Go without human knowledge. The differences between the AlphaGo Zero and the AlphaGo Master and the AlphaGo-Lee is that AlphaGo Zero does not learn any human Go record. He learned from a random game. Random game is a game played by random rolling dice or random number generators. That means without any Go strength. But within the self-play, start with a random game. Within 3 days, the AlphaGo Zero can beat with AlphaGo-Lee. And more training cycle will try to beat AlphaGo Master. The fourth, the last significant event in that Go Revolution is in December 2017, the birth of AlphaZero, abbreviated as AZ. It is a general purpose game player which can play Go game as well as chess. AlphaGo's Go Revolutions is just like a classical physics and a modern physics. It signals the paradigm shift. The paradigm is a term developed by Thomas Kuhn to explain scientific revolutions. The paradigm is the general practice, concept, and actual practice. In revolution, scientific revolution, or AlphaGo's Go Revolutions. The conventional concept and the practice has been topped over the shift to a modern one. So before AlphaGo revolutions, all the Go played by human beings for 2,000 years, we call the classical Go. That's a kind of competitive game. We have a professional Go associations, so you can beat other players and become champion, and then you can be rewarded with a large sum of prize or money, just like NBA. And MBA. But after AlphaGo's Go revolutions, modern Go become a science because modern Go, all come from scientific study. Is a result of artificial intelligence, let's say deep learning, deep neural network. The Go strength comparison between AlphaGo Fine Art and the Zen Go version 7. According to the Nature articles, that's 2017. AlphaGo Zero will have ELO 5,200 and AlphaGo Master about 4,800. AlphaGo-Lee is 3,700. The ELA system is a kind of comparisons. If you beat another Go players, then your Go strength will be compared with him, and he will be the references. Let's say AlphaGo Master beat 60 top human players. Human players with ELO about 3,700. Let's say AlphaGo-Lee beat Sedol Koreans, and the Sedol with ELO 3,700. Then AlphaGo-Lee will roughly with ELO 3,700. And the AlphaGo Master, I think in the DeepMind company, they have been played each other with thousands of games. Then with a kind of running rate, then you will find out how AlphaGo Master with 4,800 and play thousands of games with AlphaGo Zero with AlphaGo Master, then you will have a kind of a ELO 5,200. The other and second tier AI program like a Fine Art developed by the Tencent, the largest network company in China, and another AI program, top AI program, Zen Go 7, version 7, developed by Mr. Hideki Kato in Japan. And there are still many of hundreds of another AI program. But the top two is here. There's a second tier and that's the first tier. So AlphaGo Zero, the Go strength is much stronger than human being. Okay, according to Divine company, AlphaGo Zero can have a handicap 2 stone. With AlphaGo Master and the 3 stone, AlphaGo Master have a 3 stone handicap to AlphaGo-Lee. In other words, roughly AlphaGo Zero have 5 stone handicap to the human being. But I have to emphasize that is only play between, never, okay. AlphaGo, different version of AlphaGo program never played with handicap game with human expert. Only Fine Arts AI program play in 2018 play 2 stone handicap to then the first ranking player Ke Jie. To learn modern Go, because you see the modern Go has a much more stronger Go strength, so we have to learn that. Okay, because the revolutions we should not learn the classical Go, because we want to learn the best Go strengths. To learn modern Go, one should unlearn classical Go. Why? Because for the past 2,000 years, classical Go had been trapped in thousands of josekis, fusekis, and Go records. Go players always try to confirm whether their moves are josekis move. In other words, Go players always try to mimic what they think the best Go players move. But unexpectedly and unfortunately, that's mimic the genius or the best Go players in the history will unexpectedly, unfortunately, fall prey of cognitive bias. That's confirmation bias. People always try to collect or search the evidence to confirm their concept already learned. So that's try to confirm whether their moves are josekis moves. In all the commentary of Go game records, the commentator always say that is a josekis move. That's violate josekis move, or that's alien moves. That's not in any josekis or fusekis, josekis. And there is an article in the Scientific Americans, 2017, study chess player. Okay, they will not always play the best or better move. Why? Because the expert always have good thoughts. That means josekis that will block the better ones. So people can read that articles and to know what I mean by cognitive bias or confirmation bias. You can always get information in the Google. Therefore, we need to learn modern Go because modern Go has the strongest Go strengths. And to learn modern Go, I mean the AlphaGo Zero, ELO 5200 system. That system is developed by me, Dr. Huang Chen. The AlphaGo ELO 5200 system has a central principle, modern Go's 5 principles. And with that central principles, okay, AlphaGo Zero developed AlphaGo Zero opening. That opening will be used to deal with or fight against classical Go opening, like a Chinese opening. And along with the AlphaGo Zero openings, AlphaGo Zero used AlphaGo 4 weapons when AlphaGo Zero played white, and when he played black, he used AlphaGo's 4 weapons. And that's AlphaGo Zero opening versus classical Go opening. When AlphaGo Zero play with AlphaGo Master, that's AlphaGo Master, that's modern Go. Both of them is modern Go, AlphaGo Zero and AlphaGo Master. AlphaGo-Lee belongs to classical Go. Then AlphaGo Zero will have a high AlphaGo Zero opening. That's AlphaGo Zero opening. That's prototype. Then there is variation, high AlphaGo Zero opening, and another variation is mini-High-AlphaGo Zero opening, just like the Chinese opening and the mini-Chinese opening. And when AlphaGo Zero fight against with AlphaGo Master, okay, AlphaGo Zero has modern Go's 5 strategy. When AlphaGo Zero play white, and when AlphaGo Zero play black, he used modern Go's 5 strategy. And that's 4 weapons, 5 strategies, and the 5 principles will be, people will find the actually weapon and the strategy and the principle in the slide in the beginning of the next video. And I will not elaborate here. And AlphaGo, the modern Go is a science. Okay, it's a science. After Go Revolution, it from a competitive game advanced to science. To science, in order to study science, first we have to classify Go openings into 2 categories, modern Go opening and the classical Go opening. Okay, 2 categories. Okay, that is opening used by classical game human experts or second tier AI program. That is used by the opening used by AlphaGo Master and AlphaGo Zero. Classical Go opening is the I just named a few. Kobayashi opening. That is, if you have when we're talking about opening, always we're talking about with black, because with you play first, then you can control the first 3 or 4 move. And in other words, you can, if you like, you can play with some kind of opening. Okay. But if you are white, then people dominated the first few moves, and they choose their opening. You just react passively. Okay, let's say, what's the Kobayashi opening? Okay, Kobayashi opening is your first move is on the 4-4 position, and then that's 3-4 position. Then you try to lower approach, okay, the white's 4-4 point. And then after he get enclosure of the 4-4 position, then you occupy the 7th position. It's here. Okay, here is the large knight's move, but this is large, super large knight's move. And the 1-3-5-7, that's famous Kobayashi opening. Okay, Kobayashi knight, then about 20 years ago, he was the champion. Okay, he was the unbeatable person in Japanese professional Go. Game, and he often used this opening to beat his opponent. And another famous opening is we call the Cosmos opening. And that is we call the 3 consecutive star position. Okay, 1, 3, 5. Oh, there's a mistake. Okay, 3 is here. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. And but that is a little bit old-fashioned. Okay, the opening is like a fashion. Okay, people, professional experts used in one time get a very fashion that they used often, but afterwards they use another one. Okay, the most the fashioned opening is the Chinese opening now. Okay, there are a lot of books dedicated to the study of the Chinese opening. That's very simple. The first position you occupy, star position 4-4, and here is 3-4. Then the 5th stone will be placed in the diagonal with the star position here. Okay, that's Chinese opening. And a little bit variation will be mini Chinese opening. Okay, that is the 5th stone. Okay, will be low approach to the opponent's 4-4 position instead, and then the 7th position a little bit lower than Kobayashi opening. That is a diagonal position here. So 1, 3, 5, 7 we call the mini Chinese opening. Because why is mini? Because it's small variation of Chinese opening. Why? Because less star position is opponent occupied. But from the acquiring the territory or from the moral point of view, okay, mini-Chinese will try to make a larger model than the Chinese. Okay, you only try to build a model in one side, but the mini-Chinese opening try to build up the model with both sides. Okay, that's enough for the classical Go opening. Then we're talking about modern Go opening now. The modern Go opening, okay, the prototype will be AlphaGo Zero opening. Okay, that's the AlphaGo Zero opening. Okay, AlphaGo Zero play black. First move, 3-4 positions. Second move is the third stone, is in the 3-3 position. And the fifth move will be 2 space extension or 2 space jump. That is unusual. Okay, that is people will find it very hard to understand. Okay, but there is a rationale. There is a deep reason AlphaGo Zero. Why AlphaGo Zero adopted that opening? And the seventh stone will be 3-3 points invasion. We call the early invasion of 3-3 point. But that is still very difficult for human expert to imagine. Okay, let's see. The white 4-6-2-4-6 actually is what? Is human beings Chinese opening. See, 3-4 position, star position, and position diagonal to the star. Okay, that's 4-4 position, 3-4 position, and move diagonal close to 4-4 position. So from another point of view, that is AlphaGo Zero opening 1-3-5-7 to fight against with human beings Chinese openings. And I think that is a very, very efficient way for black to fight against Chinese opening. And although AlphaGo Zero never studied human being Go game, because the starting point for AlphaGo Zero, as we mentioned, is from a random game, is not from the Go game record from the human expert. And strangely, okay, he think AlphaGo Zero opening with early 3-3 point invasion is efficient way and is a very good weapon to fight against of Chinese opening. And you can see all the combat, all the record is in the AlphaGo Zero, 20 blocks with 20 AlphaGo-Lee, okay, with 11-13, 16-18, 20, okay, again, and with the winning rate 6-1. And I all have this video to discuss this, but here we just try to try to explain what's AlphaGo Zero opening. For the detailed operation and the findings, you have to find it in my commentary with this video. Okay, with that prototype, the AlphaGo Zero has developed some variations. Okay, that's variation we call the high AlphaGo Zero opening. Okay, when AlphaGo Zero play black, and he always use 1 with star position, 3 with star position. That means 2 star position, and 1 low approach to 4-4 position. And then with the 4th stone, with early 3-3 point position. So in other words, we can see that AlphaGo Zero opening have 3-3 point early invasions, and in the high AlphaGo Zero opening, still he has early 3-3 point invasion. So we will, at least we can conclude that AlphaGo Zero think that is a 3-3 point invasion is very important for bit AlphaGo Master and AlphaGo-Lee. AlphaGo-Lee represent all the human expert. That is very important weapon to fight against the AlphaGo Master and the human being. And that is the actually fighting and operations. You can find out AlphaGo Zero 40 blocks versus AlphaGo Master with even number of the game, okay, with winning rate 7-3. I already have a Chinese version of all the commentary, and that will be have English translations or English title or English version in English soon. And another variation will be AlphaGo Zero opening. AlphaGo Zero play white. We call the mini-High-AlphaGo Zero opening. That means when AlphaGo Zero have a white, he has a 2-star position. But this time, okay, he doesn't have the time, have luxury to lower approach to opponents' star position. Instead, he has early 3-3 point. Invasions. So now it's very clear we have a pattern. Pattern means repeated style or repeated strategy. Okay, it's a 3 point invasion, 3 point invasion. Okay, I have some video in Chinese, okay, study that's 3 point invasions, and they try to explain why people, human experts, did not like that kind of opening, okay, especially in so early in the opening stage. But that is against the the AlphaGo Zero's understanding. Okay, he thinks that's important, but human experts, okay, not agree. And another variations will be low AlphaGo Zero openings. That means, let's see, AlphaGo opening, zero opening with characteristic 2 space jump, but with one game played in the AlphaGo Zero 20 products with AlphaGo-Lee 19 game, he did not use 2 space extension or 2 space jump. Instead, he used large, nice move. Okay, large, nice extensions. Still, okay, he won that game. And in other words, he proves there's not much different if you 2 space jump or you with large move jump, large, nice move jump. And we have to mention AlphaGo Master openings, okay? And because when you AlphaGo Master have 1, 3, 5, okay, 4, 4 position, 3, 4 position, and then he had 2 space jump. Okay, that's AlphaGo Master opening, and 2, 4, 6, that's high, that's mini, okay, that's mini-High-AlphaGo Zero opening, and they both, okay, AlphaGo Master use AlphaGo Master opening, and AlphaGo Zero use a mini-High-AlphaGo Zero opening. They fight with 10 games. Okay, the odd number game with AlphaGo Zero's 40 block versus AlphaGo Master. They both think their opening is much better opening, so they not changed. Okay, they fight against. So I have all this game detailed discussion commentary in Chinese versions. Again, will be have a English version soon. For this video, we will try to explain. Okay, that's 10 games. The first game of that's 10 games, and the purpose will be try to explain what means mini-high AlphaGo Zero opening, and what means AlphaGo Master opening, and how they can develop a different strategy for the middle game and the end game. Okay. First, we will try to explain the modern Go's 5 strategy, because we will focus on AlphaGo Zero. Okay, we will not discuss anything about AlphaGo Master, because in my book, first book, that book discuss 64 AlphaGo Master Go game. Okay, that's enough material to understand AlphaGo Master. But right now we want to understand AlphaGo Zero. So as I mentioned before, okay, AlphaGo Zero with Go strength 5,200, and AlphaGo Master is 4,000. 1800. So we try to explain why AlphaGo Zero have a superior Go strength. And so in order to help people understand why AlphaGo Zero is so strong, so I crystallized AlphaGo Zero's 5 strategies. So now I'm trying to explain. So in other words, the commentary, okay, the analysis will be focused on how AlphaGo Zero can beat AlphaGo Master. So the first strategy is early 3-point invasion. Okay, that's here. And that is, if you want to see the detail, okay, the 3-point invasions, you have to view the video. Okay, the first game I already have English versions. You can study the detail there. So here we just try to mention the result. Okay, if you have 3-point invasions, so that's most common development. Okay, you can see my other video. There are comprehensive study of 3-point early invasions, because that's core concept or core technology or core strategy weapons AlphaGo Zero developed. And then the second strategies, okay, AlphaGo Zero developed is a small nice move enclosure from 4-4 point. Okay, so in diagonal corners, okay, that's second corner. Okay, if strategy is only deal with each corner, so you have 4 strategy for 4 corner, and the last strategy is for the central area. So the second corner, you want to do what? You want to small nice move enclosure. That's against intuition of most human Go expert, because people most may think there will be something here 14 and or maybe someplace try to reduce the model established by or built by AlphaGo Master with black. But instead, okay, the second strategy will be here, small nice move enclosure. The detail, okay, development will be found out in here. So the third one, okay, the third step is always a little bit of surprise or against human intuition. Okay, that's lower approach. Okay, that's AlphaGo Master opening of the 5th stone, the 3rd stone played by AlphaGo Master here. That 16-second strategy is a randomized. Okay, in other words, AlphaGo Zero placed randomized here will be explored at some critical time, and that's why make AlphaGo Zero have a stronger Go strength, because right now it seems difficult to understand. So then you have the fourth strategy. Okay, I call the making life of a weak stone. Okay, what means weak stone? Here you see when the black try to attack that star positions, AlphaGo Zero did not respond that attack. Instead, he placed number 18 here. So, and that will leave the fourth stone more vulnerable, because then another attack low approach, we call it double low approach. Double low approach to the four position is very severe, okay, serious attack. So we call that is weak stones. Okay, so then the fourth strategy will try to make life of the weak stones, and that is okay, from 19 to 30. Okay, that engagement will be the fourth strategy. Okay. From the point of view of the AlphaGo Zero, is to try to make in life of the weak stone. That's weak stone. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Okay. That's is try to make in life the originally very weak fourth stone. Okay. So after that, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to capture. That's 19 black stone, and after that many moves, okay, you succeeded making life, but is not without the price. Okay, the price will be what? Will be moil built by Blackstone. And so then after that, you have to use the fifth strategy to invading the moil built by AlphaGo Master. Okay, that's the 56th stone. And so the detail, that is a very, very good fight. And that will demonstrate superior AlphaGo Zero Go strength. Why? Because watch this. With black 53, okay, you can see there is very strong potentials, and you will difficult to invade that large moil. And the surprise thing will be the 58. Okay, you try to invade the model established by the AlphaGo Master. So he tried to attack, okay, because will be force you in a very small territory, small area to make it twice. In that very urgent situations, AlphaGo Zero placed 58. That's against the human intuitions that think what's happening, because we will not threat anything. Okay, we're not threat any black stone in that area. But as we find out later, there's modern Go's 5 principles here. The central principles, okay, they have 5. The 5th principle is what? It's leaving landmines or AGZ. Okay, you want leaving a landmine here, just like this. Okay, the 16, okay, black, white 16. That landmine or AGZ, okay, will explode later in some time, okay, in the critical time. So, but I think most people, including human expert or including AlphaGo Master, will not appreciate, will not see the significance of the landmine. Okay, they think that is nothing. Okay, so they try to do the black 59. Okay, try to build up the large model in the central. Okay, so he first used 59 and then make some exchange. Okay, and he sacrificed another, okay, AlphaGo Master sacrificed another 2 stones in order to make it as fence, okay, to try to enclose or acquire the more territory in central. In other words, we'll build a central module. And then after that, okay, he tried to, he get a Sedol, and then he come here, try to kill the stone. Okay, we call it the landmines. He want to try to capture this. He think that will disassemble the landmine. You can never explode. And in the same time, because you want to disassemble my landmine, and then I will make life with the weak stone. That's what. Okay, it turns out it's not so difficult to make a life with the 4 stone. And with this 4 stone alive, then he invade the central module, and that landmine will explode in the critical time. So the whole episode the whole story you can find out in the commentary of my commentary in the game. Okay. And I just want to give you a complete Go game record. The final result will be AlphaGo Zero successfully invade the Moyo and win about half point. But the half point is the goal set by AI program. AI program, including AlphaGo Zero, will not explore the possibility to win the maximum winning score. That's not his goal. His goal is only want to win the game. Half more point is enough for you to win the game. But instead, classical game, okay, human expert somehow always, because they have insecurity, they don't know, they not have the confidence, they cannot risk the possibility of losing the game, so they always pursue the maximum winning score. Okay, but that will put them in dangerous position with maximum winning score, then with the maximum uncertainty. That's not what AlphaGo Zero doing. Okay, AlphaGo Zero and the modern Go like AlphaGo Master, they always set the goal half point more is enough for winning the game. Then they will play very safe. Okay, if you want to find out there's detail how the AlphaGo Zero win, okay, beat AlphaGo Master, watch the video here. If you are interested in another videos, I have uploaded in the YouTube. There already have 7. Okay, we have 300 more in Chinese. But now I will soon translate most of them in English. We already have 7 here. Okay, first the important one will be the introduction. Okay, AlphaGo Zero, because my video will concentrate on the study of AlphaGo Zero, so we'll help people use the AlphaGo Zero weapon to beat human mind and professionals. And that game we studied here is the AlphaGo Zero 40 blocks with AlphaGo Master. You can find out in the YouTube. Okay, thank you very much.